My name is Tyler Chanelli, CEO and founder of Option Trading Coach and Options Trader Club, and also the creator of the Trading Mastery Program. And in this video, I'm going to show you a strategy that I've really developed and cultivated over the last 15 years as a full-time trader. And it's going to teach you how I made over 300% return in a little over 1 month. Now, this strategy on leaps is really going to open your eyes to what's possible in the stock market. And that's really the goal here. So as you go forward in this video, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. I'd love to hear from you. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, welcome into the platform where I trade stocks and options on a daily basis. And before I talk through the actual logistics of the position, I want to show you a chart. And this chart's going to be on Win. When was the stock that was purchased to make this gain? And this is what the 1 year daily chart looks like. So if we kind of zoom in a little bit, to give you the background information before we go through all this, I actually have been trading this stock since October. We had a huge breakout with massive volume when we bounced up from 52 a share, broke up to about 62 a share in 1 day. That's when I initiated my position. And I've been trading this since then very actively. And I've been managing this inside my Options Trader Club. And right here you can see the Leaps letter trade on Win is multifaceted. So if I go to the Leaps letter, you can see all the different trades and updates and so forth. But this will actually show you the process of start to finish, how I got back into 100 contracts back on October 3rd, buying the January 2017 calls. Made money about, I want to say about 80% gain in the first week. Gave back a little bit, and to make a long story short, closed out about a third of the position to book about a $10,000 profit. And I've been trading it throughout this sideways trading range for several months. So this is where I've been managing this, and all of the updates and so forth is there. But October 2nd is when I started trading this particular stock and using the Leaps options to gain leverage for future price increase. So right here you can see this is the day 10-2. That was the breakout. That was when I first initiated the position, and then from there on you can see we're in this sideways trading range for 3 months, to where on January 14th now brings us back to the monitor here. This is where I can monitor my positions. These are all the Leaps letter trades. I have a couple different ones on. The one we're talking about now is on Win, and right here the January 85 calls. These were purchased on January 14th, 2016 at 10:24 a.m. and I purchased 10 of them at $365 a contract. That results in a $3,650 cost basis. So to round up for simple math and to factor in a few dollars in commissions, we'll say $3,700 was the entry cost into this particular trade. Now, a little over 1 month later, these contracts that were purchased for $3.65, you can see the mark price right there at $11.50. But if I show you the actual option chain, go out to the January options, the 85 calls now, the bid is $11.10, the ask is $11.85. So I can very conceivably and easily sell these for $11.50 each per contract, which will result in about a 300% gain. Now, when you're trading Leaps, I have to say this has been a journey. So this established position started in October, had some success, was going through a period of consolidation on the chart, as we just saw. And now that you're able to get back in, that's why I'm a firm advocate of not trying to trade too many stocks. Just master a few, understand the patterns, the fundamentals, the technicals, and then be able to implement that. And with this example on Win, you know, this trade is one of many, but the beautiful part now is, you know, this $3,700 investment, and there was 3 different trades that were made, and I at one point had 5 different strike prices on this position. But for simplicity and showing you just that one segment, you know, buying that 85 call option, $3,700 investment, now worth, you know, over $12,000, and it's producing monthly and weekly income. So as we move forward, keep your mind open to what's possible, because my goal here is to completely blow you away. So let's jump back in and finish this off. So right here you can see these 10 contracts, and I also have a couple other ones too that I'm not factoring in right now for this discussion because I want to focus just on one example. But this example of these 85 calls, that is an $8,000 profit in a little over 1 month. And the beauty part is with this strategy is you can start to produce income on this. So you take a $3,650 investment that's now has a net liquidating value. Right here you can see this net lick. That's the net liquidation value of that particular contract or position. So this right here has $11,475 in value. So if you subtract the 3,650 cost basis, that would equal a profit of roughly $7,825. And then when you have that built-in profit, of course you scale out and take some profits. As I did earlier, I sold the 70 calls, which was about a $6,000 or $7,000 profit. Same time frame. Also with the 75 calls right here, purchased 5 of these for $515. Those are now worth $15.22 each, which is another $5,000 profit. So a couple layered, tiered strategies going on here, but for the most part, this is working very well on a multitude of securities. Apple, American Airlines, Facebook, I have a couple more up here that are doing pretty well. And this has definitely been the best one lately because I had more money in this and I had a stronger belief and bias going into Wynn. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm going to be producing monthly income by selling front week and front month call options. So the March 1, 85 calls, sold 10 of these earlier today in my live trading room, and I was able to bring in a credit of roughly, right here you can see, March 1, 2016. Sold these right before the market closed, around 3:57 Eastern, for 74 cents. So that brought in $740 in income, which is also reflective in the theta quadrant. That's the positive time decay quadrant. So the importance now is you take this investment, now just looking at the 85 calls, you take this, and what was once a $3,700 trade or investment is now worth $11,500, and on top of that, it's producing a 2-week income, because you see these March options, they expire in 16 days. And I have about a 75% probability, actually I think higher than that, let's confirm that. So if I look at the March 1 expiration, that's where my position flag is, the 85 sold calls has a probability of expiring, which is good if you're selling an option, of 84.68%. So I have an 85% probability that these sold 85 calls that expire in 16 days will expire worthless, and I'll keep that entire $780 credit or income. And that's the exact process that I use on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis in my own portfolio inside the Options Trader Club, where we trade these strategies live with real dollars and we talk about them as a group, as a community, where we all can have success. So to finish off this trade update video, just to recap, we've done over 300% return on this trade, and it's really at a point where this is a great place to be. You have contracts that were once more aggressively out of the money, meaning that the stock had to go up to become somewhere near the strike price that you purchased to produce this monthly income selling calls, which is a very powerful and important strategy that I would love to teach you more about. So whether you want to learn through some free videos at Option Trading Coach, or I can welcome you to come try out a trial membership inside the Options Trader Club. This is an actual live current trade that's still producing, it's still manifesting, and it's going to be going until January 2017 and beyond. So that's what I love about Leaps. They're very defensive, forgiving, and they're exponentially powerful products that can create tremendous wealth and also produce consistent income, which is what it's all about. So I welcome you to come check me out. OptionsTraderClub.com is where you can follow this trade. I have a Leaps newsletter that I use to publish this and let all my clients and traders follow along, and I would love to have you involved. So I welcome you to check it out. Also, stay tuned for the sequel to this video, because there's going to be more updates on this particular position. So in ending, I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment, a question, any feedback you can have would be much appreciated. So until next time, happy trading, and I'll talk to you soon. Yeah.